Welcome to Teiotsistokwahte's cooking show. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how to make rose water and rose oil. Are you guys excited? Because I am. You're going to pluck your roses until they look something like this. You're going to add 1 cup of oil inside of your mason jar, as well as you're going to add 1 cup of rose petals into your measuring cup and then also into your jar. Once your water has come to a boil, remove from heat and then let everything come to a cool down. I'm now going to reuse some of the water that has been boiled off in this container, and I'm going to place it inside of this container with my roses. I'm going to use 1 cup of rose petals. You can scoop out the last petals that are stuck inside your measuring cup if you want. I'm now going to measure out 2 cups of water. Remember, it's a 2-to-1 ratio. 2 cups of water with 1 cup of roses. Alright, here goes 1 cup. Pour it in. And here goes the 2nd cup. You're going to give it a little stir. Just a gentle stir, nothing over the top. And then let that come to a cool down. The last step for both products is to strain them with cheesecloth. Who has that? I mean, come on, seriously. So I bought myself a pair of tights that do not fit me. So all I'm gonna do is take scissors or a sharp chef's knife, and I'm gonna cut them right in half. So I have 1 for my oil and 1 for my rose water. Once both are completely cooled, you place them inside of your stocking, which is now your cheesecloth, and you strain it out into a jar. For the rose oil, you want to place it inside a dark jar to make sure the oil does not expire more quickly. I would definitely say the same for the rose water. Put it inside of a dark jar and place it inside your fridge so that way it does not expire. Until these products come to a cool, place it inside of our stocking, then inside a dark jar, then inside the fridge. So I don't know how long this will take, but might take a while. So while I'm waiting, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the heads of the roses off. And when it comes to springtime, I'm going to see if I can plant them and if any roses come up. I don't know if it's going to work. Do you think it's going to work? I mean, it might work. Who knows? I might be wrong. It might not work. But hey, it's an experiment, right? It's all about learning and experimenting. And it's also really fun for your kids to experiment different things. See if things work or don't work. So I used a sharp chef's knife to cut the heads of the roses off. They now look like this. They're so cute. So I'm thinking of using a brown paper bag and then putting it in the freezer, or I just might put it in a paper towel then in a freezer safe container. All I have to do is wait for spring. Alright guys, time to get your stocking out. Also roll up your sleeves because this part can get a little messy and you do not want to get your pretty clothes dirty. Okay, so grab your rose oil and bring it to the sink. I'm going to put the stocking in. I'm going to put the stocking inside, and to make my life a whole lot easier, I'm actually going to go like this. I'm so silly, but I think it's going to work. And then I'm going to pour the rose roses inside here. Grab a spoon or a fork to get the leftovers. Come on. Perfect. You can even, hey, look at that. It fits. You can even leave the jar to like hang out for a couple of minutes until all of the rose oil liquids come out of your jar. Okay. Now, we are going to strain the rose oil out of your stocking. So all you do is squeeze your stocking down and let all of the oil seep into your dark container. Put the stocking in the sink so that way your counters do not get oily. All right, here comes the fun part. Oh my goodness. Okay. I recommend using your fingers for this portion so that way your oil doesn't accidentally leak on the outside of your container. Ooh, so smooth. Excited for this. So excited. Okay. Well, I think that should be it. Give it, oh, maybe not. A lot more oil than I thought there would be. Perfect. Okay. So I have maybe about a cup of rose oil there. Oh, I'm gonna put it on my hands. That feels so smooth. But I'm not gonna leave my hands like this. Don't worry, guys. I'm gonna wash it off because that's just like way too much oil. It's so good though. Look how smooth that is. Okay. So I'm gonna rinse that off. Remember what I said about using a dark container. So I'm going to use this kind of container because that's all I have. And I'm going to use another container for the rose water. Time to get my second stocking because you do not want the rose oil and the rose water mixing together. So get your stocking, put it around the opening of your container here. There we go. And get your rose water. Remember, this is the one that you poured the boiling water over. Ooh, dark. Water, rose water is super dark for this one. It's gonna come out super good, I think. Whoop. Get those roses inside the stocking. And if some fell out on the side, just grab them and place them back in. Simply pull up and give it a little squeeze. Give it a little squeeze. Give it a little squeeze. How many times do we need to squeeze? Whoa, there we go. All done. Interesting. So I'm going to wash my hands again. We are now going to put the lids on top of these containers, give them a little rinse, and put them in the fridge. Once your oil is in the fridge, you're going to want to wait 24 hours until you start using either your oil or your rose water. You can use rose water on your face, in your tea, and a lot of other places. Oh, excuse me. You can also use the rose oil for massaging, for dry skin. It's actually amazing for redness. And it could heal possibly. It could possibly heal acne scars or stretch marks. Who knows? Give it a try and let me know what you think. The stockings are reusable. All you need to do is take the rose petals out, put them into your greenway spin, then simply wash your stockings in the washer. Anyways, thank you for joining Odawa Indigenous Early On Cooking Show. See you next time!